Hello, ladles and jelly spoons. Take two of recording. I didn't realize my microphone was an absolute joke because I forgot to plug it in. Today we're doing the review on the digital sonori grand piano. It is a baby grand, of course. Electric, of course. Now the three sustain pedals, I'm going to try speak slow because I'm from up north. The sustain pedals. You have three, not sustain pedals, but pedals. Better. That. The pedals are connected with something similar to a Wi-Fi router cable. Yes, an Ethernet cable. You heard me. Haha. The power supply comes with it, obviously. You also have a. My mind is not with it today. You also have a 19mm ranch socket to put it together. Now, underneath the piano, this is going to be so weird, I might lose sound. I bought this for £85, the mono microphone with the soundboard. You have to speak really close to it. I'll have to shout while I show you this bit. So, underneath, you have a MIDI, which is there. It's a USB MIDI, as you can see. You have yourself a 5-pin MIDI, and you have your sound connectors. Over there is just your power supply and your pedals. Yes. You have a bass speaker there with a sub, a bass speaker over there with a sub. You have 5 tweakers along here, 5 tweakers along here. On top you have another amplifier with like 2 subwoofers and 2 bass speakers also. Now, this is what it sounds like plugged into the board. I will get into the touchscreen in just one tickety-doo. Let me see. Yes, one tickety-boo. Now, get the piano in the shot. That's better. The piano itself does weigh around about 500 kilos, so you, what? No, 100 kilos-ish, 115-ish. You will need 2 people to help you with this. So this is with the sound card. That's at half volume. I'm going to turn it to full volume. butchered that one. But yeah, I was just messing around. A bit of an off day, as one would call it. Now, as far as the touchscreen goes, this is where I messed the sound up before. Let's see, I'll keep close to the mic. So over here you have your piano, you can touchscreen the reverb, the chorus, your balance. You can also do things like change what piano you want. You have a home button, so you can go through the electrics. You have uprights. You also have others such as organs. You have different organs. You have choir. You have strings. You have your pads. You have your loads of pads. A few pads. Ooh, that one was very weird. That was pads. If you can't quite hear us, it's just explaining what it's called. Your basses. And yeah, different basses, bells. Oh, you've also got bells. You know. As far as the settings go, you have a metronome. Beep, bop, bop. You also have global EQ. I really don't mess with this one. You have your transpose, you know, with your hertz and tuning fork. Not that you need to touch that, to be honest. Bluetooth connectivity as well, which is excellent. Like I said, the speakers are made by about XLN audio, so perfect. I've hooked my cinema sound system to this piano, and it's what a sound. Tutor mode. Now this is perfect for those of you that are tutoring. As you can... Sorry, I need to put it back to the grand piano. Tutor mode on. So yeah, you can split the keyboard in two. You have your local on or off. You have your touch sensitivity. I usually just keep it as normal with around about 80% fixed rate. You have a screen brightness, so you can go wee, as you just leave it at that. And then you've got favorites, which is where you can save which one you like as your favorite. Now the beautiful thing about this, I can turn up the reverb and even add some chorus to make it sound like an old worn piano. You know. Beautiful. But yeah, I'll turn that down a little, and I usually have mine around about here. It gives it that little pop. Now, as far as that review part goes, I'm now going to show you what it sounds like without the soundboard, just through the normal speakers, no microphone. Well, the microphone, but no sound card. This is direct sound. So you have quarter volume, which is still quite loud, but the microphone isn't doing justice. You have half volume. Then you have full volume. I'm not doing the rest as I do have neighbours. I usually keep it around just midway below midway. So in total, it would sound like this. Try it without the pedal. The end had the pedal. I'll show you the pedal now with a sustain. 1, 2. Around about 10 or 11 seconds, maybe it's 12. The keys, however, are kind of textured, almost ivory textured. The blacks do have grooves in. The whites have slight grooves, but are a little bit smooth, but still feel very ivory-like for some reason. They've got that rough but smooth texture. That doesn't make sense. That's very Irish. The gold bar I put on myself. Now the price for this beauty, oh god, I had to touch it with my fingers. It is an absolute finger magnet. But no, enough of the jokes. Sorry, I've got ADHD, I get distracted way too easy. Now. Yes, that was right. You can pick this up for around about 1,800. Would I compare it, as one person said on the previous video, to a DGP 100? No. No. That's a piece of poo-poo. This, however, it outblows my Yamaha Clavinova, which I've sold, because I have this. This is in the range of £1,800, but plays as if though it was £12,000. It is solid, sturdy, at 115 kg, or might be 95 kg, I keep forgetting. It is very well built, very solid. It's produced by XLN Audio for the sound quality, which is what all famous modern people use these days for bass boosts and other things, or whatever it is. And because it has my mind is really not with it today. Because it has the audio cable, and it's also got the USB MIDI cable, it works on all platforms such as FL, Ableton, LMMS Studio, FL Studio. It runs on all the other ones, XLN Audio, obviously. So yes, it is an excellent piece of equipment, and I would very much recommend it for anybody who might be a beginner as well as a professional. I mean, you've heard, if it can handle stuff like Rachmaninoff, and it can handle stuff such as heavy bashing, it can definitely handle a lot of pressure. Excellently made, very well made. All corners are smooth, no rough edges, and I've touched it again. This is going to take a lot of cleaning today. However, on eBay, you can pick the same piano up sometimes for around about 700. Now, I got this for 700 because, obviously, I'm not rich. So I paid 700 because the lid is kind of come loose at the back, but that was no fault of the piano. That was a manufacturing fault when it was being delivered to the warehouse. As you can see, it's got a little tiny, a little tiny dink here as well. Does not affect the playability, and you can buy piano cloths to cover them when you're finished anyways. So the lid's not that important to me. I can get it repaired. It'll cost around about £100, £200 to do it. The lid's still inside. The run-ins, the workings are still there. Just need a new runner mill on it, and it'll be fine. So technically, including the 800 or 700, it'd only come to 900 if I was to fix it. Literally half price. It is an excellent piano, a G4M, a sonori, digital baby grand. They do make other options, such as the upright. I've played the upright before. It doesn't have as much technology integrated, but it's still the same pretty much in every way, shape and form. And it is an excellent choice for those who don't have the room for a baby grand. I would compare the sound very, very similar. In fact, this piano has the upright version built in. It'll have both got the same speakers. Has this one from the upright. You know? It is very beautiful. Well, that's a different upright. And for those who are wondering, yes, the Grand 4 is a little bit too on the bassy side. This is Grand 4, by the way. Not really piano sound, is it? It's very like Kermit the Frog having a stroke. But like I say, I usually stick to 1, or even, I believe, 2. No. 3 is bassy. 4 is kind of bassy. 5 is super bassy. 6 sounds like a harpsichord. But yeah, it is a beautiful piano, and you can just mellow away with it. Let's change that up a bit. Yeah, no, never do that with Rachmaninoff. But, yeah, I mean, even modern music sounds great on it, like, say, Gangsta's Paradise. It's an excellent piano choice. And anyways, I think I've covered everything. I've covered the keys-ov-Ivory. The touchscreen interface is excellent. It's brilliant for tutoring. It's a very heavy piano. Will need 2 people. It's an absolute finger magnet. So, the speakers, like I said, a lot of bass, but also a lot of good treble. Very clear to play. Definitely worth the money. Even better than the Minister 500. Definitely better than the Minister 500. Or Minster, whatever it is. I would put it up there with Yamaha Clavinova. Well, it's better than the Yamaha Clavinova I had. It's better than some of the Technics I've had. I would actually put this as a high-grade piano. 100%. For the price, I am outstandingly shocked at how well it is. Outstandingly shocked. And I've played on Steinways before. Obviously, it is nowhere near Steinway quality, nowhere near. But if you want luxury, high end, but at the price of a fraction, then this is your go-to, 100%. No, I am not sponsored for this. Look at how many people I have. I only want to make a review because I find it's a little unfair that nobody has even made a review yet, only the company themselves. This way, as an average consumer, an average buyer, I can give you an actual in-depth about the pros and the cons. So far, I don't really think I've found any cons bar from being a finger magnet. No, there is literally no cons. Oh, it's very heavy, but it's well built. And it comes with a 19mm wrench. Allen wrench. I am not kidding you. It comes with a socket wrench. Like a proper. No, I'm not on drugs. I just have ADHD. But, anyways, that concludes this. And toodle pips and have a wonderful day. Mm.